Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the Monday Minute. I'm Rita Ernst. I'm the author of Show Up Positive and contributing author to Culture Impact. I am so glad you're with me. I'm having a work from home day, and I am enjoying my deck, my outdoor favorite workspace this time of year when it's not too hot and the sun is shining bright. So welcome to my outdoor office today. If you are joining me live, feel free to jump in the comments and say hello. We are talking or continuing our conversation about team cohesion this week. And if you did missed part one last week, go back and see the whole thing. But just as the kind of catch up year, what I talked about, team cohesion, is heavily dependent on psychological safety. And one of my favorite contributors to psychological safety is Timothy R. Clark. Follow him here on LinkedIn. If you're watching LinkedIn Live, just find him, make sure you give him a follow. But I want to use his 4 stages of psychological safety as really the grounding of actually things that you can do inside of your team to create more team cohesion. Because when teams really come together collectively, when that cohesion is present, they are better problem solvers. They make amazing things happen. They get into flow, as my friend Gail Kraft says. And you want to know how to create that in your team, right? You want it to feel effortless and joyful and fulfilling to be at work, while simultaneously you're really delivering for your customers and stakeholders. So here are the 3 important things I want you to take away today and put into practice right away to create more team cohesion. These are vital things that must be present. Number 1, people need to be able to make mistakes without negative consequences. Mistakes without negative consequences. If you look at science, I'm a scientist by training. Psychology is in the world of science. Scientists experiment over and over again on pharmaceuticals, testing different chemical entities, trying to find a drug that is going to cure whatever the disease is. There are many, many failures before there is success. There are mistakes, things that go wrong, that happen, that you can see in experimentation because you have a very strict protocol that you are following that makes it easy to trace back and figure out where you went awry. But mistakes happen, and mistakes are not a problem unless there is no learning from those mistakes. But people shut down, and they cannot learn from mistakes when they feel like they are going to be berated for those. What happens when we belittle and berate and there are negative consequences is we get people obfuscating, lying, blaming somebody else, throwing other people under the bus, and all of these things are going to kill your team morale, and your company culture will be toxic. So what is the antidote to that? The antidote to that is saying, you know what, we accept mistakes here. We accept mistakes because we accept responsibility for learning from those mistakes, sharing that learning with others in the team, and making sure that we are all moving further stronger because we learned from that experiment that didn't work out the way we had hoped it would. So that is lesson number 1, vital thing that you must do to have team cohesion. Here's lesson number 2, vital thing that you must do to have team cohesion. You have to have an atmosphere in which people are acknowledging the contributions of others. This is how you get team cohesion. You cannot have team cohesion if it's I all the time. It is not team cohesion if people are stealing other people's ideas or taking credit for other people's work. And that includes you too, manager. You need to share credit with your team. You need to acknowledge contributions that people made. You need to emphasize that it is a team win because you are giving credit to other people, right? So this is going to create team cohesion because we know we are all winning together. And when I contribute, that is going to be acknowledged, and that I am not going to not get credit for my contribution and then sort of be hung out at performance review time for not contributing enough to the team. Because this is the game playing that happens. And again, toxic culture when this is going on, and that is not what we want. All right, number 3, the third vital thing that you must instill into your team if you want to have true team cohesion. This is an easy one. It is just so easy. Gratitude. I know we talk about gratitude all the time. Gratitude is so important to our mental mindset and to our relationships with others. Cohesion comes from bonding, right? Cohesion comes from bonding, and that bonding has to be authentic. And the most authentic way to bond with somebody else is to acknowledge and appreciate and express gratitude to them. Now, let's talk about those different things. So, acknowledging somebody is just recognizing their presence. It's smiling. It's saying their name when they walk in the room. It's saying goodbye when they depart the room. That's acknowledging, right? That's one. As gratitude. Gratitude is expressing thanks. It's typically at the A happened, B happened, and I'm giving you my thank you, my gratitude because you made something happen. So it has a little bit more of a transaction element into it. So that's gratitude. Appreciation is a whole new beast, and it is an amazing, vibrant, energizing force in your team when people start expressing appreciation, because appreciation is recognizing who people are for who they are, not for what they're giving to you, but for just how they are showing up in the space. See the power of that? Recognizing and appreciating, valuing others for who they are when they show up in your team space. So these are the 3 things. If you want more team cohesion, that's the recipe right there. 3 vital things that you must do. This is our little guidebook here. We are doing the Show Up Positive Culture Repair Sparks. This year, you can get a copy of this book electronically. It's really easy to get. Just hit me up for the link if you need it. And then follow along every week. We're going to take each one and we're going to break it down typically into 2 parts. Next week, we are going to talk about collaboration, and we are going to do it in one. So it'll be a 1 set because I need to make up a little bit of time here. And then we will move on to co-create. And I need more than 2 times with you to talk about everything I have to say about co-creating, but we'll limit it to 2. So thank you for joining me. I hope you have an awesome week. Focus on your team cohesion this week. Put these 3 elements into place. And if you need some help figuring out how to do that, come talk to me. You can find me easily on my social. I will respond to you. Reach out to me, email me, go to my website, hit the contact form, whatever works for you. And I will be happy to help you instill these ideas more powerfully into your team. Until next Monday, have a great week. Thank you for being here. I'll see you again soon. Bye.